Everything is in its place, the lighting is right, the canvas is blank, but the air still feels like you. Yeah. I traded in the chaos for a cream lapel, built a sanctuary just to hide the smell of the smoke and the ash from the bridges we burned. A masterclass in all the lessons I supposedly learned. I'm standing in the studio, the aperture is wide, focusing the lens on the emptiness inside. The sculptures are still, the paintings are dry, and I'm a well-dressed man who refuses to cry. I poured a glass of something expensive and dark, trying to extinguish that familiar little spark, but the shadows in the corner are taking your shape in this high definition, lonely escape. The tailoring is perfect, but the fit is all wrong. I'm the handsome leading man in a tragic little song. Oh, I'm hiding in the style. The room is a masterpiece, the angles are sharp, but I'm still playing the strings of a broken heart. Welcome to the Vesper Room, where the ashes turn to gold. I'm selling a story that's already been told. The Vesper Room, a shadow in the cream. It's a luxury sorrow, an elegant pain, standing in the shelter while I'm drowning in the rain. In this room, this beautiful room, I picked up the camera, tried to capture the mood, a still life of a heart that is totally subdued. The focus is sharp on the empty chair, a monument to the fact that you're no longer there. I'm a curator of the quiet, a patron of the numb, waiting for a feeling that is never gonna come. The synth weight is pulsing, a rhythm in the floor, reminding me I'm not the man I was before. I sweep up the ashes, I brush off the sleeve, practicing the art of just learning how to leave. But the fabric is heavy, the ivory is cold, a portrait of a man who was prematurely old. Keep it clean, don't let the cracks show. Keep it sharp, don't let the tear flow. Keep it clean, don't let the cracks show. Keep it sharp, don't let the tear flow. I'm a statue in the gallery, a figure in the frame, whispering the syllables of your forgotten name. Am I healing? Am I moving on? I'm an architect of silence in a very loud night, trying to find the comfort in the artificial light. Let it fade out, but the guest list is empty. Welcome to the Vesper Room, just me and the echoes and this expensive suit. Look at the cut, look at the lines. It's perfect, it's absolutely perfect, just like we were. I'm standing in the center, I'm holding the pose, I'm holding the pose. The flash goes off, but there's nobody taking the picture. Yeah, I'm a masterpiece of moving on, but I'm still standing completely still. Goodbye. Chaos. Hello. Quiet. Hello. Cold edge. Hello. Hello. Quiet. Cold edge. Hello. Quiet. I check the mirror. The lines are clean, the cut is flawless. But when I move, I can still feel the friction. I'm wrapped up in the finest threads that money can't afford, walking across the polished wood of this expensive floor. The cream lapel is sitting right against my heavy chest. A masterclass and looking like I'm doing my absolute best. But every time I take a step, there's a spark against the skin. A tiny little lightning strike from the ghost I'm keeping in. I ironed out the wrinkles, I steamed away the past. But this artificial elegance was never built to last. I'm a mannequin of confidence, a statue of the cool. But underneath the fabric, I'm the same old broken fool. The tailoring is flawless, but the energy is wrong. I'm wearing a tuxedo in the middle of a sad, sad song. The current is pulling me down. The aesthetic is a luxury, but the reality is cheap. And I'm making promises to myself that I can never keep. It's just silk and static, the beauty and the shock. I'm a ticking time bomb hiding in the designer cloud. I'm trying to be smooth, but the memory's too rough. And looking like $1,000,000 is never quite enough. In this friction, this beautiful friction, I pour a drink and watch the ice just melting in the glass, waiting for the heavy hours of the midnight shift to pass. I thought if I elevated everything I touch and see, I could finally build a wall between the thought of you and me. But luxury is a terrible insulator for the cold, and a heartbreak doesn't care if it's dressed in white or gold. I feel the static clinging through the cuffs around my wrist, a physical reminder of the things I shouldn't miss. It's the science of a tragedy, the physics of the pain. Standing in a penthouse while I'm drowning in the rain. I brush the lid from off my knee, I try to hold my ground, but the silence in this empty space is a deafening sound. Take it off, it doesn't hide a thing. Take it off, I can hear the memory ring. Bring it off, I'm a high-end hypocrite, I'm a fraud in a tailored suit. Trying to harvest water from a poison bitter root. Am I insulated? Barely. Am I sophisticated? Barely. I'm a bundle of exposed wires underneath the cashmere blend, waiting for the short circuit that's gonna bring the end. Let it spark, just let it spark. I look perfect on the outside, but the inside is a storm, a quiet, invisible storm. You can't see the damage, I hid it in the stitching, I hid it in the seams. But every time I breathe, I feel the shot, yeah, the friction of you. It's a beautiful disguise, but it's still a disguise. I'm fading out now. I'm smoothing the collar, I'm checking the cuffs, I'm holding it together. Just barely, just barely, just barely. Look at the composition. The lighting is perfectly balanced. The subject is in focus, but the frame is too heavy on the right. Standing in the center of the studio floor, analyzing angles that I used to ignore. The cream of the fabric against the dark of the wood. I'm painting a picture of a man who's misunderstood. I drew a hard line between the past and the now, trying to design a better future somehow. But The eye naturally travels to the empty chair, the deliberate absence of the ghost who isn't there. I'm a master of the palate, but I'm out of my depth, counting the minutes and rationing my breath. I thought I could crop you right out of the frame, but the absence of you is just spelling your name. The structure is solid, the geometry's right, but there's a massive black hole in the middle of the light. Oh, the canvas is bleeding through. I'm trying to focus on the things I can see, but the emptiness is the only thing looking at me. I'm drowning in the negative space, the shape of your ghost, the part of the picture that's hurting the most. It's not what is here, it's exactly what's gone. A silhouette of the love that I built this all on. In this space is this heavy, empty space. I walk to the easel and I pick up the brush, trying to cover the silence with a colorful hush. But the pigment is mixing with the salt of my tears, a sudden explosion of my tailored up fears. I trace the outline where your body would lay, a perfect little cutout in the middle of the gray. It's an architectural flaw in the blueprint of my mind, a structural damage that I left far behind. You can't furnish a room that is missing its floor. You can't lock up a house that is missing the door. I'm looking at the margins, I'm reading the bleed, realizing that the nothing is exactly what I read. Fill the void, fill the void, fill the void. But the void is a vacuum and it's pulling me in, a beautiful disaster where I just cannot win. Is it art or is it tragedy? Is it design or just my agony? I'm a critic of my own destroyed and beautiful heart, watching as the masterpiece is tearing apart. Let it tear. Let it tear, just let it tear. The negative space, I can't paint over it, I can't dress over it. It's the heaviest thing in the room. Look at the balance, it's all wrong. I'm leaning to the left because you're not on the right. Yeah. The asymmetry of heartbreak, it's a flawless design of a totally broken man. I'm stepping back, I'm looking at the work, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it, because it's the truth. Goodbye, focus, goodbye, frame. I'm trying to build something that lasts, something cold, something that doesn't bleed. But my hands are filthy, and the suit is getting ruined. I bought the heavy stone, I brought it to the room, trying to carve a future right inside the stylish tomb. I wanna be a statue, impervious and grand, a masterpiece of apathy designed by my own hand. I'm chiseling the jawline, I'm smoothing out the chest, trying to create a man who never needs to rest. But every time I strike the stone to chip away the pain, I realize that the architect architect is driving me insane. The tools are getting heavier, the lighting is too bright, and I'm just making gravel in the middle of the night. I want it to be classical, I want it to be tough, but the material I'm working with is never strong enough. Oh, the cracks are showing through. I'm sweeping up the pieces of the man I tried to be, realizing that the ruins are the only part of me. I'm caught between the marble and the heavy cold ash. I'm a high-end disaster, a slow motion crash. Marble and ash, a shadow on the floor. I'm trying to be solid, but I crumble when I breathe. A beautiful deception that I can't even believe in. This dust, this expensive dust. I look down at my hands, they're covered in the gray. The residue of everything I couldn't wash away is staining up the ivory, it's ruining the cream. A dirty waking nightmare in a highly curated dream. I thought if I was rigid, I wouldn't feel the sting. I thought if I was silent, I wouldn't have to sing. But ash is just the memory of a fire that was real, and marble is a luxury for those who cannot feel. I'm brushing off the lapel, but the smudge is setting in, a permanent reminder of where you and I have been. I'm staring at the pedestal, it's empty and it's cold, a gallery of failures that are prematurely old. Drop the hammer, it's breaking the core. Drop the chisel, I can't take no more. I'm a sculptor of sorrow, a craftsman of the grief, looking at the ceiling for a temporary relief. Am I solid, falling apart? Am I broken right from the start? I'm a mixture of the elegance and all the dirty soot, standing in the wreckage with a very heavy foot. Let it crumble, just let it all fall. Look at the mess I made. Am I solid? Look at the mess I made. Am I solid? Am I solid? Am I solid? Yeah. Look at the mess I made, and the suit is getting ruder. Yeah. I'm choking on the memory of the fire. I can't carve you out of me. I can't design my way out of this. I'm fading out now. I'm dropping the tools, I'm sitting in the dirt. Goodbye, perfection. Goodbye, stone. I'm dropping the tools, I'm sitting in the dirt. Goodbye, perfection. Goodbye. Turn the strobes up, kill the shadows in the corner. If I flood this room with enough light, maybe I won't have to look at you anymore. Standing in the center of a manufactured noon, a neon sun burning inside the stylish room. I've aimed 1,000 watts right at the empty space, trying to bleach the lingering image of your face. My cream lapel is glowing, blending right into the white. I'm a ghost inside a photograph, swallowed by the light. I thought that if I illuminated every single crack, I could finally see the reason why you're never coming back. But the glare is just reflecting off the polish on the floor, and my eyes are getting heavy and my soul is getting sore. The aperture is open and the shutter speed is slow. I'm letting all the brightness in because I have nowhere to go. Oh, the contrast is completely gone. I'm film to hide the tragedy underneath, smiling for the camera while I grip my aching teeth. I'm overexposed, drowning in the artificial sun. I'm ruining the picture before the shoot has even begun. Oh, I'm trying to erase the dark, but I'm losing all the lines. A high-end silhouette that the light no longer defines. In this glare, this beautiful, blinding glare, I walk across the studio, my shadow doesn't fall. There's nothing left to ground me to this physical wall. I'm floating in the ivory, I'm swimming in the sheer. A masterpiece of panic disguise, it's crystal clear. If I step out of the spotlight, the memory returns. A lowly little theater where the old projector burns. So I keep my hand upon the switch, I keep the voltage high, staring at the ceiling like it's a halogen sky. But my retinas are burning and the tears begin to slide. A very messy failure of this highly curated pride. The maker's washing off, the suit is feeling tight. I'm a prisoner of my own design in the middle of the light. Turn it off, I can't take the heat. Shut it down, I'm accepting the defeat. I'm a model of the misery, a portrait of the grief, looking for a single shadow for a temporary relief. Am I shining, burning up, burning up? Am I hiding? I'm giving up, I'm giving up. I'm an overlit disaster in a very quiet place, trying to find the contour of my own forgotten face. Let it face. Ooh. Oh, overexposed. The light is too heavy, it's washing you away. But it's washing me away too. There's no dimension, it's just white, just this blinded, expensive white. I thought the light would save me, yeah, but it just showed me how empty the room really is. I'm reaching for the dimmer switch, my hands are shaking. Let the dark back in, I need the dark. Goodbye, focus, goodbye. The room is treated, the walls don't reflect anything anymore. No echoes, no feedback, just the sound of my own blood rushing to nowhere. I'm sitting on a stool in the center of the booth, surrounded by the foam that's designed to hide the truth. Deadening the corners, catching every stray vibration. A high-end prison for a low-end conversation. The cream of my sleeve is the only thing that's moving in a space where there's no rhythm left for me to be improving. I've soundproofed the windows, I've padded every door, trying to keep your memory from leaking through the floor. But the silence here is heavy, it's a pressure in my ears, the accumulated weight of 1,000 wasted years. The insulation's thick and the air is getting tight. I'm a man inside a vacuum in the middle of the night. I've spent a fortune just to make sure I can't hear a sound, but I've never felt more vocal than when no one is around. It's just acoustic treatment, muffling the scream. I'm a quiet nightmare in a very loud dream. I've killed the resonance, I've swallowed all the tone, and the most expensive silence that a man has ever known. In this hush, this beautiful hush, I watch the levels on the board, they're sitting at a zero. The tragic final scene of a self-appointed hero. I'm a curator of shh, a master of the still, waiting for a heartbeat that is never gonna thrill. Does the velvet absorb the things I didn't say? Does the beautiful to hear the way my voice sounds when I'm talking to the air, to realize that I'm standing here and you are never there. Am I audible? Only to myself. Am I valuable? Like a trophy on a shelf. I'm a masterpiece of isolation, guided and refined, losing every single thought inside my soundproof mind. The silence when I can't even hear my own heart. It's just flat, like the room. Can you hear that? That's the sound of me letting go. No echo, no return. Just a dry, cold truth. I'm leaning back. I'm closing my eyes. I'm becoming part of the wall. Yeah, it's peaceful. It's suffocating. It's us. Goodbye, music. Goodbye, music. Goodbye, music. Music, music, music. Goodbye. Goodbye. I open the blinds, just a crack. The sun is going down over the skyline, and it's making this cream suit look like gold. Standing by the window, looking at the street below, watching all the strangers with somewhere they need to go. The sun is hitting the glass, a heavy amber haze, the most beautiful reminder of these very empty days. I can see the dust motes dancing in the final beam of light, a tiny little ballet right before the edge of night. The artificial studio bulbs could never match this glow, the cinematic warmth of watching someone let you go. I pour another drink and let the amber catch the sun, admitting to myself that the day is finally done. The shadows are getting long, stretching across the hardwood floor, reaching like the hands of someone who doesn't live here anymore. Oh, the light is slipping away. It's the prettiest time of day, but it's the hardest one to take. A glowing, gorgeous monument to my biggest mistake. I'm standing in the golden hour, watching the sunset bleed. It's everything I want, but it's nothing that I need. The golden hour, the golden hour. I look like $1 million bathed in the dying sun, but the gold is turning gray, and the night has just begun. I unbutton the collar, let the silk breathe in the heat, listening to the rhythm of the city's heavy heartbeat. The amber hits the marble, the amber hits the ash, softening the edges of the slow and quiet crash. I used to love this time of day when you were sitting here, when the golden light would catch the diamond in your ear. Now it's just an empty spotlight on a very empty stage, the final glowing paragraph upon a burning page. The skyline is a silhouette against the painted sky, and I'm just a well-dressed man who's learning how to say, let the sun down, I can't hold it back, let the dark in. I'm a portrait of the evening, a painting of the dusk, living in the center of an empty golden husk. Is it beautiful? Tragically, is it over? Actually, I'm bathing in the amber, I'm soaking in the gold, trying to find a way to stop from feeling quite so slipping through my fingers. The gold is gone, the blue is back. I'm turning away from the window. I'm walking back into the dark. Goodbye. Goodbye, and but goodbye. Goodbye, and but goodbye. Goodbye, and but goodbye. Midnight. The suit jacket is over the chair. The city is screaming down there, but up here, the only thing loud is the light. I pour a heavy measure just to weigh the evening down, looking at the scattered broken diamonds of this town. The studio is quiet, but the glass is catching fire, reflecting every neon sign and every tangled wire. The blues and the magentas are swimming in the drink, giving me a little too much time to sit and think. I swirl the ice around and watch the colors start to blur, a high-definition chemical reminder of just her. The condensation drips and leaves a puddle on the wood. I'd wipe the memory clean away if I only could. The city never sleeps, but it doesn't make a sound, just throws these bitter colors on the walls and on the ground. Oh, the spectrum is ahead. I'm drinking down the skyline, I'm swallowing the hue, trying to dilute the heavy lingering taste of you. There's neon on the glass, bleeding in the dark, a glowing high tension little spark is projecting your ghost right across the studio floor, a colorful reminder of the one who closed the door. In this light, this toxic, beautiful light, the ice is melting down, water in the whiskey out, a perfect little metaphor for all my lingering doubt. I hold the crystal up and put the city in my eye, a kaleidoscope of all the reasons why we had to die. A red light from the traffic, a blue light from the street, mixing in the glass to make the tragedy complete. The tires hanging loose, the collars coming undone, the armor of the cream suit has been formally outrun. I'm a man sitting in the dark, playing with the glow, realizing how much further I still have to go. The luxury is hollow and the aesthetic is a lie, when you're just a lonely silhouette against the neon sky. Drink it down, let it burn. I'm a prisoner of the prism, a captive of the shade, watching every promise we made begin to fade. Am I glowing? Am I in the dark? Am I healing? Still missing the mark. I'm bathed in the magenta, I'm drowning in the blue, in a $1 million room that is completely broke of you. Neon on the glass is blinding me. The ice is gone, the drink is warm, the city is still out there. Look at the blue on my hands, it looks like a crime scene. Yeah. The murder of us, I built this pristine room, but the city just bleeds right in. I can't keep the outside out, I can't keep the inside in. I'm putting the glass down, I'm walking away from the window. Goodbye, neon. Goodbye, ghost. can't hold my shoulders up anymore. The posture is gone, the aesthetic is gone. I'm just so tired, so tired, so tired, so tired, so tired. The tie is on the carpet, the collar is undone. A marathon of memories where nobody has won. I carried this composure like a heavy golden crown, but gravity is winning and it's pulling me right down. My bones are feeling hollow, but the silk is feeling dense. I'm dropping every boundary, I'm dropping my defense. I thought if I was elegant, the pain would just slide off, but every single thread has caught the ghost I tried to doff. I'm sitting on the sofa, sinking deep into the plush, surrendering my body to the midnight's heavy hush. The tailoring was perfect, but the weight is far too much. It's holding all the fingerprints of your forgotten touch. Oh, the gravity is setting in. I'm taking off the armor piece by heavy ivory piece, just begging for a moment of a temporary peace. This fabric is too heavy, it's dragging on the floor. I can't play the handsome tragic mannequin anymore. Luxury is suffocating, pulling in my chest. I'm a thoroughly exhausted man who only wants to rest. In this way, in this way, in this way. I look up at the ceiling, the room is spinning slow. I'm out of places in my mind where I can safely go. The glass is completely empty, the lights are completely dead, and I can't stop the echoing inside my heavy head. It takes a lot of energy to act like you don't care, to curate all the emptiness and style the despair. I'm paying for the ticket of this high-end masquerade, watching as the final lingering bit of color starts to fade. My hands are barely moving, resting I'm up on my knees. I give away the studio for a single quiet breeze. Let me drop, I don't need to stay. Let me sleep, I'm all money, men or nothing. A statue made of clay, watching as the rain begins to wash it all away. My waking, hopefully not my breaking. That's all I've got. I'm sinking through the floorboards, I'm melting in the dark. A very tired vessel that has totally missed the mark. Let it fall, just let the body fall. Let it fall, just let the body fall. Let it fall, just let the body fall. Let it fall. I'm closing my eyes. I don't wanna dream about you. Please don't let me dream about you. I'm just trying to breathe in. It's so heavy. The memory is so heavy. I'm giving up the ghost, I'm giving up the room. Goodbye, posture. Goodbye, pride. Goodbye, posture. Goodbye, pride. It looks ridiculous in the daylight. The velvet, the microphones, the empty glasses. I'm sitting in a museum of my own mistakes, and the front door is right there. skies and the ceiling is just a ceiling. I'm finally stripped of this artificial feeling. The cream suit is lying in a heap upon the floor, and I don't think I'm gonna put it on anymore. I look at the studio, the marble and the ash, the expensive little remnants of my slow motion crash. It's a beautiful cage, but the lock is on the inside. A high-end place for a broken man to hide. I stretch out my legs, I feel the ache in my spine, and I finally look up at the glowing exit sign. The luxury is over, the aesthetic is through. I can't spend another $1 million missing you. Oh, the red light is calling my name. I'm leaving the masterpiece, I'm leaving the art. I'm taking back the pieces of my messy beating heart. I'm walking toward the exit sign, out of the Vesper Room. I'm tired of sweeping up the dust with a designer broom. The exit sign, red glow, and I'm leaving the sorrow, I'm leaving the pristine, stepping out of the frame and right back into the scene, into the world, the loud and messy world. I find my old jacket hanging on the back of the chair, the one that I wore before I started to care. I slip my arms in, it feels a little bit tight, but it feels a lot better than the ghost of last night. I'm not looking for closure, I'm not looking for grace, I'm just looking for a breeze to hit me in the face. I leave the crystal decanter, I leave the empty glass, I leave the overexposed photos lying on the brass. You can have the acoustics, you can have the phone. I'm finally admitting that this place is not my home. Turn the knob, push it open, let the real world burn. I'm a man in the doorway, a foot on the street, ready to accept the victory in the defeat. Yeah. Am I hurting? Yeah, a little bit. Am I healing? I'm getting used to it. I'm stepping off the pedestal, I'm walking through the door, and I'm not gonna play the tragic actor anymore. Let it open, let the real world in. Let the real world in. The exit sign, I'm pushing the heavy door. Let the real world in. I can hear the traffic, I can feel the wind. It's loud out here. Let the real world in. It's messy, but it's real. I'm leaving the cream suit on the sofa, let it collect dust. I'm walking down the stairs, I'm not looking back at the studio. You don't live there, you never live there. I'm just walking, I'm just walking.